Hi guys, I'm just getting everything set up. Apparently you guys can hear that too, so that's a bit of an issue. So let me go ahead and move this around real quick. I'm gonna put it on my headset. That way you guys aren't hearing done-scene noises, you know what I mean? So let me just go ahead and do this real quickly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to headphones. I know that one became quiet, but it's okay. Give me just a moment. Properties. Oh, I think I just got a like. Hold on, what was that? Let me scroll up. Ah. What's up, Sabella Awesome? How you doing? Thanks for the follow. Got some music playing right now. I'm trying to get it switched over. Sorry. God damn it, cat. My cat's beating up my stuff right now. She's mad because I'm not paying her attention. Where is it? I can't find the... There it is. I've got like 30 different outputs. There, now you guys should start hearing music. Turning me up just a little bit. Sorry, I might be blowing out your eardrums as I'm getting all set up. I'm trying to make sure everything is the right volume, because if I make some things too loud, then I won't be able to hear like your follows and stuff like that. I know you were able to hear them this time, but I have all this so loud. Perfect. Right there, just a little bit on that background noise, you know. So now what I'm going to be showing you guys right here, this is my setup, my remote. Yeah, I know, so cool. You know, basic. You can tell I got a real good TV. So it's going to be a little bit harder to see these as I go on further. It'll be a little easier to tell what they are and whatnot. But I have cards I'm writing on that you guys will be... it's going to auto-adjust. Give it a second. There we go, like that. So Devil's Spine is going to be eventually this little area. And once again, it might be a little light for you guys until I cover it a few times. But the way this world is going to look is if I go ahead and pop this out here. My fingers is just not working. I should have done these circles earlier. Ugh. I'm also a little nervous. But world, right? So if you look at the world, like so, you know, it's a big open, nothing in it yet. Now what I'm going to do is kind of draw the basis of how I want this world to look, right? This is going to wrap around a little bit more, so it might be stretched and distorted when I move it to the program. But going to go ahead and shade in the land, so that way when I hold it up, it's a little bit more prevalent to you guys how I kind of want this world to look. This isn't exactly how I'm going to have it built out. This is just kind of a setup. My hand might be in the way, and I do apologize. But flip that the other way around. I should have done the water for that way. Actually, no, I had it the right way. I keep forgetting it's flipped. So this all down here is the stop auto adjusting. Okay, so it's trying to auto adjust, and I'm sorry about that. But this whole bottom part right here. Why are you? Hey, bad. Are you done freaking out? Okay, kind of. So, if you can see, this bottom part is where all the landmass is going to be. The top is just going to be nothing but islands, right? So let's go ahead and start working on this a little bit. So one of the places I'm working on right now is called Devil's Island, and I'm just going to kind of start sketching, and then if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. You know, I hate to be not engaging, but you know, I kind of get lost in my work sometimes. So I'm just gonna get started, I guess. A little bit better of a look. Kind of see what I'm doing here. I wish I could hold it here, but that would be a pain in the ass to sketch. But I know, I'm sorry. Eventually I'm going to do an attachment piece onto this, so that way I can actually hang it from my light and make it a little easier, you know? But let me know if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this. If I need to make an adjustment so you can see better, let me know. I try to use my shadow as a section so I know what you can and cannot see. Remind you, this is just the world map. Eventually I'm gonna be doing bit by bit into it. So like the spine, it's gonna be much more detailed, you know. So we have the devil spine. I don't want to go the generic kind of how I like to, but I don't really want to. It's called Whale Tail Island, but no. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this world take me as it wishes. Right? So we're gonna go ahead and start working on some of this then. So we're gonna erase that. Right? Okay. So let's see. Ooh. Turn that music up just a little bit. Ooh. Good music. Good music. Oh wow, I just saw my stream chat went way off the page. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm gonna test that real quick. Watch this on the stream chat. Ready? Watch this. Whee! You see how it goes off the page? Hold on. Let me fix that real quick. Chat box. Yeah, see? I don't know what happened to it, but it got all messed up. I want to fix that real quick. Come on, chat box. That's not no chat box. Yeah, that one. Unlucky, please. Thank you. Come on. Okay. I made it worse. Guys, I made it worse. Hold on, don't worry, I'll fix it real quick. And then let's do height. Come on. Let me modify the height, please. That'd be great. Oh, there you go. See? Height, let's do 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I click done, what happens? Oh, that should work. Now watch, let me try that again. Whee! Send. Oi! Oh, that is unlegible. That is way tiny. See, I want you guys to be able to see what you're able to turn that up. Oh, hell no. Turn that up. 30. Let's try 30. Send me a message. Nope. Let's go more. Let's go like 48. Alright. Okay, now let's try that again. Whee! Enter. That's better. I think. It looks really weird on my screen. I don't know if it looks weird on your screen, but I'm gonna copy that and paste it just because I have another page open real quick. No, it looks good. I just wanted to make sure. Can I turn off this auto adjust? That would be great. Okay. Good music. I really like this type of music though. So if you notice on this side right here, that land is good. But over here, I have it underneath. It would be up a little bit higher, probably about here. So let's go ahead and do some modifying right real quick. Because if that's the case, boom. Just kind of adjusting this real quick, because that line would be about here. And so if I go ahead and do something like this, you know, then I can have it go out into the ocean, right? And then have it come back. And then something like that, right? Okay. So, if you notice, I've kind of made a lake here. I kind of like having it right there. I'm trying to keep an eye on that over there, and I have the stream open right here, so that way I'm. So, if you look at this, so where this is pointing, I have my monitor here, which is keeping track of the screen, so I can see if it's ever deconnecting. You've got your chat over here, donations and stuff a little bit more over here. And then over on the other side over here, I have my other like TV, and that just has a bunch of little windows, so I can actually keep track of other things as well. So sorry if I'm being a little loud or not, but let's get back to drawing, shall we? Okay. So I was debating about this and having this called the Seas Pearls, or the Pearl Islands. Right? And have them be, I want them to be almost perfectly round. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Alright, let's go ahead and make that more perfectly round. Because the islands are going to start from here, right? And they're going to be pretty close together. But they're not going to be connected, right? And the smallest of the islands right here. Okay. Doing a bit of circle darkening. Something like that, you know? Around there. So now what? Now let's... I realize I'm only on Twitch. Let me get over to multi-stream. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so now I should be able to see your guys' chats if you guys are talking multi-stream. I kind of want an island to be right here, but let's go ahead and modify this a little bit, right? Let's have two separate harbors. Right? And then instead of making that its own island, let's connect that a little bit. So let's bring back old Mr. Eraser to take care of this. Oh, that's I made it pretty dark. I have to press pretty hard. I'm not excited about that. There we go. Now it's going away. Boom. Okay, so let's also clear this up a little bit. Something like that. I kind of want to make it so it goes in like that. Let's call this the Phoenix Isles, right? And what we'll do is we'll have these like wings kind of come in a little bit. Oh. Something like that, you know? Hmm.
Just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. As much as you love me, I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me. As much as you love me, I just wanna love me. As much as you love me, as much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning,
Hey. Hey. So if you can't see it, I'll turn it this way so you guys can see it a little better. I made a bunch of little dots. And those little tiny dots are going to be... come on, focus, you bastard. Those small dots are going to be the outer edge. So that's normally where I like to put the deserts on this side, right? And there's going to be ice caps up here. Is this the same song? Are you playing the same song again? Sounds very familiar. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and... I kind of want this to be here too. Like another island. Kind of right here. Because I want it to be once you get further out, there's less. One more biggish island right here. Something like that. You know? Nothing too crazy. Darken that up so you can see it a little bit. Because if I switch to the other light, sorry, it's going to be changing your, it might break your eyes for a second. If I switch to the white light, that just hurts my eyes because it's reflecting, you know. This orange light also fits the theme. Okay, what is this one? I know I've heard this one many a time. Oh, this is Ransom. This is the one I started with, so it's probably going back full circle. Let's find a station and try to find some more new songs, shall we? Let's do some chill pop. Hello? Huh. Can hardly hear you. Let's skip ahead. Oh, let me. Ooh, it just starts a little slow, okay. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? kind of want this to continue on just a bit more than where it is. Actually, I want to cut that just a bit more too, so it doesn't go that far. It just kind of juts downward a little bit. Okay. Let me see. I'm debating right now for my legend. Right? So let me actually use the bend for the legend. So that way you guys can see it a little bit better. So the legend, right? Okay, what if... So I do generally like the, you know... Normally it would be something like that. Is that how it goes? I think it's like that. It's like just a house, and then you have... I think it's something like this, where it's a wall. And then it goes something like that, so that way you can tell. So if you can't really see that too well, just kind of messing around. That one just kind of looks like a circle thing. Sometimes what I used to do is something like this. Right? Just a flag. Like a nice, like a little bit thicker on that flag post. And then this would be a point of interest, right? Very useful. Something like that. So like a town, and then something from all the way to the bottom, right? And then something like that. Hi, baby. Oh. Did you just want attention and loves? Yeah, baby. You gonna interrupt me? Hey. I'm in the middle of working here. I know. Alright. Hi, baby. So she's sitting over there right now, just kind of enjoying herself. So... Village, right? Kitty, hey, what you getting into over there? She being a little nosy. So I have town, village, and that's if I want to put these on now, you know, but I'm trying to think about what I want when I get there. I kind of like the idea of doing something like, you know, but it's, I mean, it's kind of big, but kind of gets the point across, you know, town, village, city, or capital. I like that. So, capital city, we got village, sorry, Come on, stop. Can you stop having a seizure? That'd be great. Oh wait. Sorry, my camera's having a heart attack right now. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I hate to do this, but I might have to. Well, I'm not gonna cancel. I'm gonna do some modifications. Give me 1 second. Yeah, because it looks like it has a heartbeat. You see that? That's weird. Okay, so let's. Trying to get the configure video thing to pop up because this thing is camera control. Let's autofocus you. Turn off that autofocus. Oh, now I'm gonna have to manually focus this bad boy. So if it's like that, right? Can I bring this closer? Yeah. Okay. That works better. No auto adjust. Jesus Christ, that was bad. Okay. Boy, it's hot. Whew. Pulling up my pants a little bit because that way get that nice breeze on my legs. So something like that where it's capital city, village, town. I need one for regular city. I could do something like kind of like a town, right? Where I start with this. Only instead I then bring out another one, right? Right, and then bring it back in. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it up something like this. And then city. So if you can see that, the legend I have so far, I'd prefer it to be something like village, capital city, and town. And I'll get there eventually because I also have things I like to do. So when I do mountains, I do something like this. And then I decide on each one of these kind of where I want one of these, and then I'll just kind of have more coming off like that, because then you also give them that nice little back line, you know, something like that, and then something like that, and something like that, and then you add just a little bit of a back line, you know, something like that. Then you get that little bit of a shadow, you know. And then might have this go down something a little bit more like that. Something like that. Then you can add like little things like that, so that way you have like a little bit of a track coming from that. See what I mean? And then have it go like to a road that goes up or down. You know, I mean, you want this to kind of like trail off, you know, you never want it to go just kind of straight up, because if it goes straight up, you'd want it go from, like, say you're looking at something in the distance, right? Say that's the point. You want it to kind of all trail off that direction. So even if you got like trees coming in here along the pathway, you know, you want the trees to get somewhat smaller and then lead up bigger, you know. That way you got like nice bigger stalks here. As you get a little bit closer, you notice that it gets a little bit smaller. See what I mean? So it's like, you know, all that. And then you got the river, which is something like that. And then anyways, that's just kind of what I mean when I'm pointing that out. It's hot. I don't know what happened, but it got really warm really quickly. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep doing this. Oh, I got a little bit of an ick right there. Hi, Katie. I see you. All right, let me think. Because I don't want to start adding lakes and stuff in yet. Because, I mean, yeah, that's when it really starts popping. But you got all of this up here, right? And I kind of want to pick a spot, like, towards the middle. And just have these giant pieces of ice, right? Almost just, like, reaching out. And it kind of comes back up because there's not a whole lot there. But here in the middle, it kind of cuts off and then it leads down. See, this is going to go up a little bit higher because these are tendrils, remind you. And this creates the first real ice piece right here, right? So this ice piece is going to be jagged. Still reaching downward. And then let's go ahead and bring this down like so. Once again, this is going to go kind of far down. Bring it back up. And then something like that. So you got these little ice pieces kind of coming off of these edges. So the issue with this is we need it to kind of like split off into tendrils, something like this. Or it gets thin and starts coming down. This is like the thicker piece that's in the middle that's kind of holding it here. Okay, let's go ahead. Something like that. And then something like that. Right, you just need like this little one that looked like it was going to make it, right? It looked like it was going to connect, but it didn't. Give it a little bit of personality, you know? And then you got this piece over here that was once connected, right? It's like kind of broken off. Let's go and break it right here. Just a clean break. Then have it come back up, like so. Then in the middle of all this, you have a couple like pieces of broken ice. You know, something like that. See how it's already starting to fill out like a lot more. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of those extra lines so that we make sure that figure still pops. I like this song. Let me favorite this one. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Okay, I like that where it looks like they're reaching like that. Trying to get those lines there. Yeah, it looks like a B right there. I like the idea that these are just kind of breaking off, you know? That they don't have the ability to keep going. The water is warm, so it's not able to... Because what I'm going to do is I want to make a few copies of this after I make the line art. Once the line art is done, I'm going to probably make 2 copies of this. And then once I have that set... See, I like the idea of this, like, kind of wrapping around the top, right? I know this looks like it comes all the way over here to the other side, but no, this is like if the world was bent around this way. So all of this up here is going to be the ice, right? So all of that's going to be the ice, and then we have the regular land. This has a little bit of like attachment because I want like when this actually leached out and was able to grab this, right, it froze over part of a lake that's here. So I kind of like that idea of it being something like this, right? And they did what they had to do, and they actually, yeah, so that ice is actually still connected. They were unable to get rid of it. So this is the cold advance. Let's go ahead and mark that right here. I want to leave this kind of marked because it's ice kind of growing over that. So you have all of this right here. This is kind of reaching out towards the spine, but it knew it wasn't going to reach it. So it kind of focused all of its energy going this way, and it managed to grab hold. There's going to be a lake that's right here. Right, it's gonna be a pretty big lake. It's gonna be something like that, and all of that is it's gonna be partially frozen, like permafrost, across this whole piece. So you have a lake here. The lake has permafrost on the far end from this like grabbing, reaching ice frost, this permafrost, right? I would love to base this off of Icewind Dale, right? I think that would be really fun to do. But I'm gonna keep like putting little tiny like reaches in here still, like breaks, and then something like that. That way it's nice and finished off. And let's go ahead. Still just want like random reaches, right? Where it thinks it's gonna be able to, and then it cuts off in a break, and then it kind of like little ice pieces kind of coming off. Same thing up here, where it looks like they were trying to make another like connection, and it just didn't work. My kitty's like poking her paws out right here. Like if I were to twist it back just a little bit, maybe you could see him. No, she tucked him in as soon as I went to go move it. She doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, my love girl, is you comfortable back there, huh? Okay. Let's go ahead and add another like kind of like break. Something like this right here. Okay. I think there should be like a piece of like floating ice right here. Something like that. Add some more little reachies to it. It almost looks like a crab claw almost, you know? Well, that's what it is, you know, little tiny reachy boys. It's really trying to get down here. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm debating on what I want to do next. Yes, kitty, those are my cables. Please don't mess with them. She's my pretty girl. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I got some of these papers.
maybe you were wrong for the first time. And maybe I was looking for a lifeline, someone to hold on to, something I thought was truth, to tell the truth. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along. Maybe I was wrong for the first time. And maybe this was all just in my mind. We'll rise and fall and start again. God knows when we'll reach the end. And every single thing might fall apart. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go. But I can't let you go. And maybe you found someone, I'm better off alone. Something better came along, but I can't let you go.
You know that stories come from the night. So baby, what you wanna write? You and me gotta make some memories. So come and write the story with me, baby.
Hi guys. It's hot. Give me 1 second. If you guys can hear that, I'll turn off my mic. Just let me know because I can't exactly see my levels right now. I know I've got like all the pages in the world, but yeah, I need to turn up that a little bit. How about that? Does that work? A little bit better, yeah. Like that. So I give you guys a little cheers right there. So I'm gonna have to move some of this shit into the other room, but I'll do that later. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. Got this part connecting here, kind of iced up area all the way around. I like the idea of having multiple little tendrils, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of turn that into a coast. Just like one more piece that kind of tried. I want it to look alien, so it's intentional to look that way. If that's what you guys are wondering. It's supposed to look pretty alien-esque, you know? And I'm not saying like it has to do with aliens, right? I'm just saying that it is meant to like kind of make people think of that. I don't want to waste all my good strokes on that, because when I do get in there later, when I'm actually going to be lining, I'm going to be like right up on it, moving, right? So I'm going to try to make sure that you guys can either hear me or see what I'm doing, but it's okay. I'm just thinking right now, I'm sorry. Because I like the idea of where this is going. I'm going to add more details separately. Into that one separately. I know I'm going to be erasing the whole thing later, but I want to have a clear picture on how I want this. Because what I'm going to do is, because you can already see, for instance, this down here, this lake, is kind of blending in, right? So what I'm going to do, get rid of those sidelines, right? Then you're going to start putting in these water lines. The majority of them go almost along the entirety. And then something like that. So that way you can at least, I know it's harder for you guys to tell from a distance, but I think I got stuff on my face. It's pissing me off. Oh, sorry. So you guys can see it a little bit better. Oh, it doesn't adjust. Right. So I've got these like lines kind of in there to separate a little bit. So right now what I want to do is I kind of want to decide on what type of mountains I want to do, right? So what I can do is a lot of zigzaggy types, you know, and I kind of have it go something like this, and this is just kind of like a gist on where I want the mountains. And then I just kind of start throwing down mountains right there. I like the idea of kind of filling them in bit by bit. See, I like this too. See, because then I can add more, right? And then as it comes this way, I might want to instead do something like that, so that way I can something like that, right? And then this line's going to kind of come down here, and then I can have this one kind of come off here as well. So you can kind of see the mountain ranges that I'm shooting for. I want that to like line up with the spine, right? And then with the spine's going to have some mountains. So it's going to kind of still do that same thing. Kind of deciding on where I want them. Right? Something like that. And then I just want kind of like one here as it comes down. Something like that. And then let's do one on the far side. Something like that. Where it kind of ends out in mountains. Right? I'm going to detail these later. These are just kind of markers. But I want it to come around like so. And then none on this one. It's basically just like a giant ass rock, right? There's like nothing on there at all. Drink some more Wawa. If you have any questions, let me know. Something like that.
Just like the morning sun, you keep on rising till the sky knows your name and you're still my chosen one. Remember who you are. No, you're not perfect.
Okay, so I kind of want this path to kind of lead. I want that little bit. So to give you guys an idea on what I'm doing right now, another the Ransom Note song again. So it's upside down. Hold on. So I want the path to kind of come in from here and head down, or you can go up and around to here. I'm going to be putting different cities and stuff. I just think it'll be better in the long run. Once again, this is the frozen lake, so I kind of want some stuff here. I want to have the option of going to like a town here, right? And then just sailing, or like the town here, and just sailing up. But we're not quite there yet, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. But let's keep creating and see what we can do, right? We got this. I got a few more hours in me. Unless my grandmother needs help, and then I'll help her out. Alright. This area right here just seems very blank. But I kind of want that because I want like this whole area to really be... So that area there actually would come up. So these marks that I'm making right here, I kind of want these to be the unknown zones, right? It's like kind of like a mist that kind of protects this on the sides. So it kind of goes back up, but you'll see this is like, even though it's right here, like this mist is just outside. Like the main fishing spots are around here, like for the big companies. They don't go too close to the ice because there's a bunch of big monsters that take prey to the bigger fish up here. So some people might go up to like the end of the Devil's Spine and fish, right? They'll just like take their boats and follow it like right along the shore in case something happens. Most people actually take off from this side because they do not want to get caught in that maelstrom at all. I mean, you're able to like skirt the outsides, right? no biggie, but most people just avoid it in all of its entirety. So people down here have a little bit more trouble getting supplies versus people right here. Even though there's the frost right here, like all of the islands can shoot right there. The pearls, this is another kingdom. So you have like the major kingdoms, right? You have the ones here at the top. This is going to be one faction. You're going to have the faction right here. This is like the main tradesmen and the artificers and the warforged and all of them. Then you have the Devil's Spine, where you'll get a lot of dwarves, a lot of gnomes, a lot of earthen folk. You know, you'll get a lot of that type, like Earth Genasi or Ganassi, however you say that. You'll get those up here. Generally, places like this here. This is like Elven territory because there's going to be like a bunch of forests. This is one of the greatest forests right here. So you're gonna have a huge forest around this area, which I know you guys can't see too well, and I'm sorry, but at least you guys can see it, right? So it just kind of comes out. I don't know why I made it like that, but it kind of comes out a little bit. You want it to be kind of like, you know, you want them like trees. You know, they're gonna get random things like that in there. Just get a bunch of these going inwards, right? Something like that. And then there might be like a little way like right in the middle, right? So you guys can kind of see what I'm going for down there. Got some, like, this is just a huge forest all the way across, right? And then you have the path that's close to the desert that's towards the top, which is a little bit more hot. You can go through and talk to the elves. Like, the elves aren't hostile, but they have laws, and you have to follow those laws. So you got that here. And then you have a lot of the areas here, which are a lot of the Aquan folk. And water ganassi, any fish folk, like maybe some lizards and turtles. They might live in these islands up here. Sorry, one second. There we go. Hey. Extra cables just to be safe in case something breaks. But yeah, you have the fire ganassi and stuff like that. This is, I hate to make it sound like this, but this is kind of like Avatar, or Avatar Last Airbender. If you think about it, you got like Earth, right, neutral, you got kind of earth. This is kind of green, so this would still be kind of earth, but then you got all of the water right here. Then you got fire here. Normally this trade area right here, they actually go mining all that stuff in the desert. So they were thinking about having their capital city like down here, right? They were thinking about having it like right next to the desert, but they were afraid with the encroaching of the desert, just as the ice, which is just more, whatever you call it, it's more volatile, it's more desperate to reach the middle than this is. So what used to be like a nice middle, like warm waters here, you know, with a little bit of ice at the top, and like a little bit of this on the... I heard my phone go off. Sorry guys, I have attention span of a gnat, and I know that if my phone goes off, it's probably... Oh, that might have been the music. It's my phone. Oh, you hear that toot-toot-toot? That sounds like it's my phone going off. That's not my phone. Alright. Oh. Let me think. Okay. So what I need to do, I kind of want some more mountains like right here, right? So I'm working on the map a little bit right here. Kind of working on the inlet and outlet, you know what I mean? Because so I bring this up a little bit so you can kind of see it a little bit better. I brought it up with that. It's not going to get a little better, but this right here is all the lake, right? So we need the outlet right here, an inlet right here, maybe a mix, or maybe another outlet right here. But you can see that we're kind of starting to shape the world just a little bit, right? Bit mountain range right here, because once again I want it to like kind of go down and around.
She's just leading me on again. Tries to fake it, no, she'll break it. I can't take being alone in the end. I let this happen, I was happy we were laughing, but it never lasted long. I love her more, she's bored about some things and she's out that door. Now much left, I'm a mess, digging in the breeze of my heart, baby, baby. You did me wrong for so long, will always be in my heart, baby. Now looking back, I'm moving forward. Looking back, she was forward, trying to get me in that cab. Let's not up, we're headed back. Maybe that's all that she wanted. Not a lover, just an object. Can't erase the love we made. Drink the memories away. Like you, lean on, can I live them in? Not much left, I'm a mess, digging in the breeze of my heart, baby, baby. You did me wrong for so long, you'll always be in my heart, baby. You knock and I let you in.
What am I thinking? They wouldn't allow a bridge to be built like that. Maybe right here. I will. No bridge. No bridge. No bridge. These are aquatic people mostly that live up there. Because if we think about it, we want to kind of not section them off, but have like where people can feasibly live. You know, so if somebody's like, hey, I want to play a merfolk, or I want to play in one of those aquatic races. Okay, well, they generally live here. There is an underwater place right here, which I would love to, like, kind of mark as a capital city, you know? Something like, I'm just going to kind of mark it now, because I can always erase it later. It's too big. I don't want it to be that big. I want capital cities to be big, but not that big. And then boop, 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 boop. Boop. Right? Just as a marker. So this is the capital city right here. So we gotta think about what I want that to be called. But let's start naming some stuff since we have a moment. Alright. So we got Devil's Spine, which I spent a lot of time kind of describing a little bit. The one we just kind of barely touched about, the Underwater City. Let's kind of like look at a generator for those type of names, right? So let's go ahead and start here. Let's go D&D aquatic language translators. See what we get. Comprehensive. Oh, sorry, Aquan D&D. So Aquan is the one. Oh, that's really cool. So there's an Atlantean alphabet, right? Language family primordial. Script is Dwarvish. It's spoken in elemental plane of water. Common. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? S, D, F, I, G, E, wait, E, C, D, F, I, G, H. So their alphabets all types, or like their things all types of messed up. So that's not what I was looking for, because it's kind of like how to write, you know, in that language. There we go. Comprehensive language translators. Let's look at exotic, draconic, deep speech, infernal, drowish, other. Oh, there's no Aquan. So let me do Aquan language translator, right? English go here, Aquarian goes on the other side. So I want to call it what is the? I'm trying to think of a good name for this. Lingo. No. Something that would be important to Aquan people. Oh, yep, Jin. I like that.
I miss the train, stood in line as I watch it ride away. Tried to smile, but it's getting hard to fake. Living every single day in the rain. But there you were, like a ray of light shining from afar, like a spotlight lighting up the dark. Living every single day like a star, like a star. I used to be so blind.
Okay, there we go.
You've opened up my eyes.
That works a little bit better. So, boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Let me think. Trying to think about what I should do next on this.
Just a girl with nothing in her way. Not a care, not a moment down to waste. Realize I couldn't let her get away.
I'm thinking, I'm sorry guys.
Your name got me mesmerized, wondering who you are. And she smiled, so I walked up to her car. Talked for hours while we sat under the stars. So why do you play these games in the dark? Are you loud in my heart? You can't overrate this feeling within. It should be a sin, 'cause nothing can take me as far away as you do. It's easy to see why
I don't want one little tendril to be attached right here. see that? Just so it's got like one little piece. My brain. Because I don't want to go something generic. Like, I can go Elven, you know? Let's do an Elven translator. D&D Elvish translator. Common goes in here, Elvish goes there. So I like that.
These roads intersect, on each one I reflect. These lines write my story. These places change me, each one replacing. Like night into morning, I miss the open air.
I could start outlining the outsides, but I still want to make sure that, like, because I do want a river to be coming out through here to like another pond, right? Like a smaller one that also feeds in, like it kind of splits off from here and goes to here. Actually, why don't I just make that connect here like so, and then it just kind of goes down a little bit, you know, and out. Because they don't have to go very far, right? You just need things that are attached. This has a great inlet that's going into there. Right, let me get rid of that middle. Okay, we gotta keep fleshing out the world. You've got to remember that you're fleshing this out. You're not just throwing things down. Right? This place existed. You gotta think in that mindset, right? So, this place up here, I imagine them being like, hey, you know, think about the Blood Elves in D&D. I mean, I wasn't originally thinking that. I was thinking a little bit different. More like, still Fire Nation, the snooty type. Right? They're like, we have everything, it's great. We have an unlimited source of power that's coming from this energy here. These islands weren't always here. So this place right here along the edge, this entire area right here, they were basically isolationists. They would go down, take a long travel down here, come all the way back up, and then like smelt all their shit, and then just use it to make their place better. They would not sell anything, they wouldn't export nothing, they wouldn't import anything. They had this entire area like here that was all farmland, right? So if I were to like you know, it's all farmland. This entire area here, all farmland. And all of that food just goes up here. So they have water, they have food, they have lots of land for fishing and this, so they don't need to worry about it. They don't trade with anybody. They get everything they need from the desert. Actually, since that's the case, I kind of want this to have like encroached a little bit, right? So it's like this. So I'm kind of like just dotting it so that way you can kind of see it. If you can't, it kind of goes up here and I want it to kind of get part of this lake, right? This is going to kind of like let the players know what's happening, and this lake is like not nearly as big as it once was, right? So I'm going to kind of go like that. So this part's like kind of like a dried up, just kind of dried up area, right? Not great. So you have this encroaching area, and it just so happens that it almost looks like the desert is kind of following the path that these traders once took, going all the way down, right? So with this like highway that comes all the way down, and they feed everything they need all the way up. Like they'll drop some stuff off here, they'll get some lumber and bring that up as well. They'll have food that are brought up. A lot of this is just like their land from like here down, right? I want to say something like that. They also have this little area out here. Actually, I kind of want to make that. Let's cut it off here, because this up here, I still need to work on this up here. I don't know what's going to be up here, because once again, this is that area, right? That this is just where they have a lake that continues over here. I think that this should be like more neutral land, you know what I mean? So the neutral lands that they have are here, this island, and they have this over here. As you can see though, it's kind of hard to get there. They might transfer and then take a boat all the way over there, right? Or they'll pay like the Aquan people to take them over there, because a lot of them can make portals in water. Normally it's to the water plane, but they figured out how to make portals like from here to anywhere around here. So it's like there's probably going to be like a floating dock somewhere out here that's just constantly moving, so it's not ever under attack. But the portals, they all have like an anchor there. I don't know if it's like a magic circle or like a homing beacon of some type, or like they have locate object and it kind of tells them where to go, right? It's like a necklace, just like, oh, and then it goes, I know where to go, and you guys are there, right? I don't know. I'm thinking about stuff like that, because if that's the case, I would like to do something like a bubble, right? So something like this. A bubble, you know, and then like the person is inside, kind of probably sitting down, leg up, kind of leaning back, kind of like just looking at it, you know. And it's not like an impoppable bubble, right? If something happens, like, they'll be able to pop it. He's got a big head. Let me littleize that head just a little bit. But anyway, person inside bubble, right? And then you have like some type of like rope going all the way around it, right? Some type of rope, and you tie it off. Something easy that goes out, and you'll have like some type of aquatic creature, right? So it'll have some type of flipper of some type. Just kind of feeling out what I think. I need that strong tail, so I'm just like focusing on the head right now. I kind of want it to be nice and kind of long, a little bit kind of sharkish. You know, so nobody's like people might be too afraid to do anything to it. Something like that. Then these will actually come out just a little bit further. Something like that. Then maybe some like pilot fish next to it, you know. And so once they leave though, they'll go through like a portal of some type, right? So the portal will be here, right? And it like kind of tears open, right? So it's more of like the portal is on the other side of this tear, almost like it's hidden. So when the gem or whatever that's around the shark's neck, right? We got like this sharp piece of gem that just kind of comes up like that, right? And then it gives off this type of aura. And it lets the thing know which direction to go, right? So it's kind of like you get in this bubble thing with all your armor and everything you need. You got to make sure you're within a certain weight limit. You can't take everything you own, most likely. If you're a traveling adventurer, then you'll be fine. But if you're like someone who's trying to take their entire living with them, like their everything, furniture, housing, it's going to take multiple trips, be extremely expensive, and these sharks aren't exactly going to like you. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is some type of shark type creature going through the rip hole portal, which they're guided by this, and then they make like a bubble here, and then they go to like I almost want to say it's like a floating island, but it's not quite. It's like a man-made island, right? Everything on there is metal. There are some ships and ports on one side, while on the other side here, it kind of like some big mountains, and it kind of comes out a little bit. So I know it's kind of like I messed it up a little bit, but you got all the docks on this side, and then on the other side you kind of like not like a city, but more like a town, right? Just a place where you can sign in, do what you need to do. If you need to go somewhere and there's no one available at that point in time, you might have to stay the night. So there's quite a few inns there. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm working on for the next book. I like the idea. I'm writing them in. You guys see that I recorded it here and now. What date that I came up with it. Timestamped, as it were. Text Graham, make sure she's okay. I'm gonna do that real quick. Give me just a moment, guys. I'm gonna text my grandma. I kind of gave you guys a bit of information. Let me know what you guys think so far. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back.
I couldn't trust myself. You added a piece to me that I had never felt. But you came along and you proved me wrong. Somebody is on my side. I fell in love at a crazy time, but I'm thankful you're in my life. I'll never forget your words the night of a one last dance. Better know your worth when you're gone, it'll hurt, but baby, you have this chance, and you gotta take it if you're gonna make it. What are you waiting for? Just go on, baby, I'll be fine. Your dreams are on the line, and I have believed in you for so and you gotta take it if you're gonna make it. What are you waiting for? Just go on. Nothing is changing, and you're gonna change it. I have believed in you for so long.
You told me to leave, 'cause you just wanna be alone. You lie on the floor, deleting pictures from your phone. I know I said I'd never do this again, but here I am asking for another chance. I know it ain't easy, baby, believe me, but I can't sleep. Wondering if you still dream of me. As some other boys swept you off of your feet. Am I the one that drives you out and just can't compete? Oh, darling, I just can't sleep. Oh, you belong with me. I made you believe I'd be just fine on my own. keep thinking of you, baby, when are you coming home? I know you said you never want this to end, so here I am asking for another chance. I know it ain't easy, baby, believe me, but I can't sleep. Wondering if you still dream of me. As some other boys swept you off of your feet. Am I the one who drives you out and just can't compete? Oh darling, I just can't sleep. Oh, you belong with me. You were my world, now I don't even know if you're gonna love me or just let me go. I want you to know your heart's where I call home. You were my world, now I don't even know if you're gonna love me or just let me go. I want you to know your heart's where I call home. Now I'm wondering if you still dream of me. Some other boy swept you off of your feet. Am I the one who drives you out and just can't compete? Oh darling, I just can't sleep. Oh, you belong with me. Oh, you belong with me. Oh, you belong with me. Song on Spruce Street made me smile like Gucci sweet. I bet I could get her number sometime. She was just standing there as I walked away. I should have said hi. I thought to myself, oh, way better than the one before. Got a vibe from just looking at her eyes, and I can't stop, can't get her off my mind. Oh, if I look back, will I ever forget those eyes? Yeah. City is too bright at night. I need to get away, think I need some time, 'cause she's on my mind. And I know this time I fell too hard, too fast, maybe a bit too far. This is always right. Yeah, I think I fell for a stranger. Yeah. Go home, look up the gram, tryna guess her name, but no luck there, so I move on back home.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Go back to the place we met.
So you guys kind of got the gist of what I was saying before. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. So just to give you a gist of what I was talking about before my break. I'm kind of working on the names. So things such as Devil's Spine. That's already been established, you know, kind of as that area. Oddly Up Again, also known as Oddly Up Again. Oddly Outside. So Oddly Up Again is, it almost sounds like you're talking backwards, is Ocean Gem, or Gem of the Ocean. Marenthor is also known as Homeland, and that's all that the elves talk about, and you can't really find it. No, I don't think any outsider besides like 6 or 7 people have in all of history has ever been to Homeland. That's basically where the elves established themselves there. They contacted the Fae, they made deals. Some of them were really, really good and helpful because they kind of wanted out of the Fae realm, because there's a lot of evil out there. I know, or tricking. I guess it's neutral evil, or either way. Anyways, I just kind of want to talk about that. Talk about, once again, the sharks, because I'm actually kind of proud of the shark. Let me just, so if I do something like that. Something like that. Right. Shark. But anyway.
First time met you, I hope you stay in time. Pretty hair, pretty eyes, wish you were
If you guys want me to change the music, let me know, but I'm going to kind of get in the zone. So,
could ever wanna be. Always nice, always kind, in the back of your own mind. Is it wrong, is it right to think I could reach so high? You're the moon in the sky, baby, I'll baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, run,
I like that a bit better.
after you. When I see you, I forget the world is happening. I just stop and stare. Your smile, so bright, makes the sun want to run and hide. I can't believe my find. The impossible is possible in my dreams, and in my dreams you're mine. I look up at the stars tonight, think of you, and wonder where you are. Is it wrong, is it right to think I could reach so high? You're the moon in the sky, baby, baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Through time, through space, my love for you will never fade. Baby, I will hold true. Two worlds apart, how can I get to know you, babe? Why is this space so far? One soul, two hearts, though yours seems many miles apart, but baby, you've got mine. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you. Baby, I'll run, 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 run. Baby, I'll run, 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 run after you.
Hi. Wish me luck.
tell me where I belong. I've been searching all night. I'm walking these streets, it's a lazy midnight. Been talking to you, yet those days have gone by. I gave you a chance to treat me right. I'm a blank canvas you can paint. Draw yourself a future with me. It's a mystery what awaits. Oh, it's a miracle life. It's a miracle day. It's a miracle day. You say it's all my fault, I walked away from it all. All those memories haunting our fall. A single life is I'm at the right time. I gave you a chance to treat me right. I'm a blank canvas you can paint. Draw yourself a future with me. It's a mystery what awaits. Oh, it's a miracle life. It's a miracle day. It's a miracle life. It's a miracle day.
Whew. This is the most nerve-wracking part. Okay. We got this, we got this, we got this. It's not that hard, right? It's not that hard. Aye. Okay. Perfect. Whew, that was close. Okay, so this one is broken down because it comes down a little bit. Something like that. Then this just goes kind of like this. This one is rounded a little bit as it kind of curves back up like that. And then you got a little bit of a flat. And then this one's kind of rounded, so it's going to be kind of weird coming back up. Something like that. Oh. My hands are getting all shaky. It's because my brain overthinks a lot of this shit, right? So right now I'm doing more of, I'm not making a huge world, right? I'm imagining you guys are on this tiny ass little planet, right? It's small. There's not like billions of people. There's a couple million, but like you guys are sharing this smaller space, right? So let's go ahead and this came about because somebody was talking about what did you want to do for a living, and I was like, oh well, I want to be someone who makes modules for D&D, and they were like, "Oh, well, have you done anything like that yet?" I'm like, "No, I really want to, but no." They're like, "Well, why don't you try making something and get back to me?" It's like, okay, that's fine. You know, that makes plenty of sense. I'm gonna go to work right now. So here I am. And then bring this back up a little bit, something like that. I'm trying to be careful. Like, as you can see, like right there, I doubled back just a little bit. This makes it hard here, as if I erase it, you'll see it a little bit better. It's just kind of like a small line, so it makes it even harder. But let's go ahead and work up here now. Okay, and then snap this part off because it goes down like that. Now this part also tried to go down, but it went down that way.
I need a scarecrow after what you did. 'Cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead. I'm barely breathing.
I changed up my style last minute with this, and I like it a little bit better. But the only issue is that my hand doesn't want to stay down when I do that, so maybe not. Okay.
Wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside.
Something like that.
You're just a ghost, you're never there.
So you can kind of see how it's plotting out. Whew. This is the easy part. I mean, not easy. The easy part is the, whatever you call it that I did earlier. The sketching of the land, because then you can just erase everything. This part you can't, but same thing with, sorry, I'm trying to be careful with this.
'Cause you were the devil, you mess with my head. You lied to my mother, you lied to my friend. You said that you'd be there, but this never ends. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips. You're just a
Okay.
ghost inside my head. Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. 'Cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there. You're just a memory on my lips.
Okay.
Inside my head.
Okay.
You're just a ghost inside
I got this.
my head.
Fuck. Okay. Whew. Still nervous, you know. Yes. Okay. Because you gotta have that hook right there, you see? So you gotta like. Bring it up like that, you see? Then you bring it out, and then around, and down. Whew. Let's finish that hook connection. There we go. Kind of looks like it, you know. Let me just finish this off over here real quick. Hands. I get nervous when I do this stuff. Okay. Dang. Girl, you looking fine. Damn. Okay. How am I gonna keep doing this? Finally. See, I need to make this a little bit higher up. You see that right there? Right about here. So I'm gonna take a risk and just go for it. You can hear people in my chat. You're crazy, moron. Why would you do that? Oi. All right. I'm almost done with the entire exteriors, which means then because you see the way that the light is hitting most of my stuff, I like to have it come from this way, which means that the lines are going to be on this side, right? What that basically means is when I'm going to be doing my lines here in a second. Hold on, let me get ready to start erasing some of these. I'll use one of these as an example. So you can kind of see that turned out pretty good, but it'll turn out even better here in a second. Like I said, light coming from this direction, so we kind of want a thicker line on this side, right? I could just leave it in pencil. I would really, now that I think about it, getting a gray pen. I have a gray pen. Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb, guys. Hold on. Don't I have a gray pen? I don't have a gray pen. Thought I had a gray pen in my giant stack. That's fine. So I'm going to keep on adding these lines. And then we're going to get this side as well. Right? See, it looks really good with that gray, so I'm kind of hesitant on darkening it, but I'm going to anyway because, I mean, it's just a map, guys. I can always remake it. Yeah, it took, what, 2 hours to get to this point, but that's mainly me talking, me taking breaks, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it to it. And just slowly darken this side, right? Something like that. Just make it a little bit darker. And then you can see that it's starting to pop just a little bit more. Right? And it's just a little bit, right? I might have done it just a bit much. But it kind of looks like a hole for now until we start adding a few more things. So and then you kind of like continue over just a little bit. So, still's not focusing too well, but I put some gray marks on there so that way I have some markers or some marks on where I'm going to mark these. So, go nice and light. Well, unfortunately, there's only one thickness of pen that I have right now, but that's fine. All right. See what I mean? Oh, my goodness. 2 hours in. Whew. I'm gonna call Graham again just to make sure she's okay, 'cause she hasn't called me back yet. So in about 3 minutes, my grandma's gonna be home, so she's gonna need help. So I'm gonna continue working on this a little bit while I can, because so I'm thinking about it. When the light hits like that, it should be something like this, right? Wrapping along the bottom. Because I know for sure this side's gonna get it, right? This side's gonna get that little bit extra, something like that. And then it's gonna wrap it. Yeah, I think that's correct. Something like that, right? Then the light's gonna hit right here. Due to how I have that, I should also have it like that. So something like that. That'll make it pop just a little bit more. Hi. Oh. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to include that bottom part now. Okay, I think she's here. I'll be right back. Hey, you down?
In that summer I felt like we were never part. It was silly of me, 'cause we both knew that you were leaving. Go and get your degree, and I stayed in the city. Then every time that I hear your name, thinking what we could have been. Tell me why can't it be different now? If we worked it out, work it out. If we work it out. Work it out. Can we work it out? If we worked it out, let's go back to the summer. Can we work it out? We could work it out. Let's go back to the summer and we'll never part. Is it silly of me to think that we could still be happy and you be with me? Can we work it out? I don't need your good advice. I don't need you by my side. I just need me and myself tonight. Don't make me look like a fool. Don't tell me what to do. I just wanna spend the night on my own. Oh, oh, oh.
into your eyes. Oh, I love the way you smile. Oh, I'm forever reaching out to let you catch a glimpse of me. Turn your eyes in my direction. I want to let you see. 'Cause you belong with me, and I try to be a light when the earth goes dark. I know you own my soul, so don't leave me on my own. I believe in happy endings. Could you make one up with me? Leave your heartache in the past, 'cause I'll be the one to set you free. 'Cause you belong with me, and I will try to be a light. 'Cause you belong with me, and I try to be a light when the earth goes dark. 'Cause you belong with me.
Part of me's waiting for seeing your face in the dead of night by my side, but I'm still hesitating, 'cause there is this distance, and we both feel it through the dark in our hearts. Gotta keep from breaking. I am not afraid of the storms of day to day. I know that they will pass us by. The life may fall apart. We are stronger through the scars we know. 'Cause we both have gotta try. 'Cause if we keep holding on, we can break through these walls. Keeping these open arms through the storm, we'll make it out. And if we keep holding on, we can find love that's lost. Things are not too far gone, but not that far. Keep holding on. And in this ocean, we are left hopeless. We catch a breath, make amends, and get lost in the drifting moments. The tide of love's rising, but we're swimming for our lives, and we stay the same through all the waves. Can I keep our focus? I am not afraid of the storms of day to day. I know
Hey. Okay, I'm back. Sorry I yelled at you guys. Oh. Okay. Like I said, this is the scary part. I don't want to make it crazy thick. Something like that. And round that off. Excuse me. Whew. Hi. Mute my mic for a minute.
Soul on Spruce Street made me smile like Gucci sweet. I bet I could get her number sometime. She was just standing there as I walked away. I should have said hi. I thought to myself, oh, you're way better than the one before. Got a vibe from just looking at her eyes, and I can't stop, can't get her off my mind. Oh, so, oh, if I look back, will I ever forget those eyes? Yeah. City is too bright at night. I need to get away, think I need some time, 'cause she's on my mind. And I know this time I fell too hard, too fast, maybe a bit too far. This is always right. Yeah, I think I fell for a stranger. Yeah. Go home, look up on the gram, tryna guess her name, but no luck there, so I move on back. Go back to the place we met. Can I guess? Pretty sure I'm hopeless. Yeah. Oh, way better than the one before. Got a vibe from just looking at her eyes, and I can't stop, can't get her off my mind. Oh, so, oh, if I look back, will I ever forget those eyes? Yeah. City is too bright at night. I need to get away, think I need some time, 'cause she's on my mind. And I know this time I fell too hard, too fast, maybe a bit too far. Those kisses always right. Yeah, I think I fell for a stranger. Yeah.
I won't let you down, 'cause you know me through and through. When you are around, I see the stars come out for you. If we gon' set this fire, we gonna do it right, yeah. We keep it burning higher. We're gonna light this whole place up. And you know, when I'm with you, I am alive, alive. You make me feel you all the night, the night. The night. The night. You're giving me hope, and it's everything I need. I don't wanna go, I don't ever wanna sleep. If we
This song goes out to all you people obsessed right now with learning IoT, MQTT, home automation, and messing around with that like little $30 computer. Yeah, it's Pi Day, fools. Not a real pie. Not a day goes by, I can say no lie that I don't hop in my Raspberry Pi. Hit up a slew of YouTube tutorials. Now it's falling into place like a little choreo. Everything's covered wall to wall like parkour. Started off small, and now I'm getting hardcore. Every single day, I'll be getting more smug. Home Assistant IO be my automation hub. And let me set things straight. No keyboard or monitor, I SSH. Yeah, you can't see me when I encrypt all my traffic through my VPN. You wanna try and track me, then be my guest. You couldn't find me even with my DNS. If you really want to, I will be direct. When I do not catch these hands, is the address. Do your research, that's what you'll get, man. Working on my music anywhere like a jet man. So fly to be so close by. Yo, my files anytime, just cause these code lines. My syntax layout, strong like Snorlax. But you will never get this like your name, Borat. If you bout that life, do it for the pie, man. Gotta rep the pie to your time, man. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Oh no! The night's out. I'm about to turn, yo, lights out. Because it's past 10, own tracks as we're home. So the lights turn off from the location on our phone. All of my lights, maybe the right tab got a night bright that turns on at the notion of my finger when I swipe right. And if it's date night, I gotta set the mood, man, for no.
Sorry, I needed something I can jive to. Alright guys, my hands ain't feeling it no more. Tips of the fingers. Alright, I'm going to take a break from this for a little bit, guys. It was fun. Let me go ahead and mark it as such. There we go. So I marked it as stream ending. I don't think that was too bad. If you guys want more in the future, just let me know. I know I'm sorry about these fans. They're just a little loud. I can normally turn the gain up more if I were to be really close to it, but I don't want to be this close to the mic and then have to like yell over these things. But anyway, it was great hanging with you guys, and I guess